Hey everyone, my name is Troy from Tech Games Etc. And today I have a video game review of Lollipop Chainsaw. Now with all my reviews, you can go ahead and look at the bottom of your video and skip to the part where I give my final grade and the reasons why this game is awesome and worth trying. Now, with all my reviews, I'm gonna go ahead and give you an overview of the game. Then I'm gonna give you my pros, then my cons. Then I will give you my final grade and my final thoughts of this game. So let's get started. Now, a simple overview of this game. You're this girl named Juliet, and you are in high school, and you are part of this cheer squad called the Santa Mero Knights. Now, come to find out, zombies have taken over your school, and come to find out in the storyline that you come from a family of zombie killers, and pretty much you just eradicate the zombies, and also you find out why these zombies are happening, why these zombies are here on Earth, and everything like that. You also have a little sidekick. I don't know if you will see this in the videos I will be playing, but you'll see this little head that's like she's wearing this head on her hip like a keychain. That's actually the head of her boyfriend, and he actually assists her. But I don't want to give too much of the story away of why she is carrying his head around. But that's just pretty much what the story is about. Now, there is a story mode. There's a difficulty setting, normal and hard, and something called Juliet's Room, where you can keep track of all your secrets found and trophies, etc. Now, also, if you do beat the game, there's a very hard difficulty as well. Now, there is no multiplayer mode, but there is a ranking mode, so you can compete and seeing who can get the best score completing levels in the game. Like, you can connect via PlayStation Network or Xbox Live, and the best scores get on the leaderboard. Also, there are 3 modes to this ranking mode. There's 3 modes. There's a score attack, a time attack, and a metal attack. Pretty much, I think is what it sounds like. Score attack is to see who can get the highest score. Time attack, see who can complete the board the fastest. And metal attack is how many medals you can get. They're medals you can get by killing the zombies and things like that, and doing like perfect kills, and like a kill streak basically. How many zombies you can kill in one swipe of your chainsaw and things like that. Now you can collect coins to upgrade your health, skills, and get new content, new costumes, and many more things. Now let's get to the pros of this game. I'm gonna give you my top 5 of 5 pros of this game. I normally leave these all in the description box below the video. So number 1, I love the presentation of this game, and I love the art style. This game feels like a comic book. It's a lot of cell shading. It's really good. It really fits this game really good. And come to find out, after I beat this game, this is actually a Japanese manga. It's coming from a Japanese manga book. I think it's a comic book, but there is some Japanese manga influence behind it. Like I saw it in the credits when I beat the game. Now I do love the script as well. It has like a comic book feel to it, and it has like some good dialogue. And some corny dialogue. I'll get to that in my negative, but I like the dialogue. They try to it's a lot of like adult humor in this game, a lot of sex references and and things like that. But it's a very adult game. And number 2, the attacking is so responsive. You can change directions during attacks, which is really good. This game is difficult on hard mode, but there is a negative to this, which I'll explain later. But this game is hard if you do put it on hard mode. Number 4, the soundtrack is really good in this game. It has like a lot of pop music, a lot of our pop music, really, like you know that song Mickey, hey Mickey, "Oh, Mickey, you so fine." Like they actually have songs like that. They also have actually have rock music, metal music. They have a lot of variety of music. It really sets the mood. Even like when you when you first start the game at the main menu, you actually like hear music playing, and it really fits the game. It really sets the mood of the game. Now, number five, there are a variety of zombies to kill and bosses to fight. This thing really stands out to me because like there are 7 levels to this game, but let me tell you, like I said, if you put this game on hard, you will definitely get your money's worth. This game is hard, and don't be shut off by the 7 levels, but like every level has its own unique feel to it, its own unique atmosphere, its own unique characters. When you get to like the final boss fight, you do see characters, zombies you did face in previous boards, but it doesn't get like too redundant. So let's get to the cons. Now, these are my top 5 cons out of 9, and you can go ahead and read the rest in the description box below, but I'm gonna give you my top 5. Now, number 1, you remember how I talked about how this game is hard, right? The balance issues as far as like resurrecting Juliet, it doesn't like there's this there's these things called a Nick ticket, where Nick, your sidekick, the head that's dangling from your waist, he will come in his body form and resurrect you. Now, the only thing that I don't like about the resurrection aspect is, like, say if you're competing on the leaderboards, and trying to get a better score, they don't count. They count every continue you have. They will deduct points. But if you resurrect yourself, they don't deduct points, which I think is kind of off. It should be also like a continue / resurrection, and you get points deducted for each resurrection you have. Now, you can't resurrect yourself on all the stages. Most of the stages, like there's probably only 2 instances when you're facing the final boss where you can't resurrect yourself. But overall, like the balance issues dealing with the resurrections, that should have been fixed. Now, number 2, not all the outfits, items, and special attacks are available during story mode. You have to beat the story mode once and play it again to gain additional stuff. And I think you have to play it on very hard mode, but I forgot. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know you have to beat the game at least once to do it, which I find an issue for that as well. I mean, that should be like, you should unlock as many items, because she has like a lot of moves. I counted like over 20 like special attacks. You can unlock additional outfits and stuff, but there's some that are locked when you some that are locked you can't even use until you beat the game and play it again. Now, number 3, there is a learning curve to this game. There is no blocking, which makes this game feel impossible to play on hard mode, especially when you first starting off. I had to get used to it as well. You have to time your attacks and dodge the zombie attacks by jumping over them. So you have to like keep that in mind, especially if you play this game for the first time. There is a learning curve to this, because like there are strong zombies, there are weak zombies, and sometimes like the weak zombies, you actually have to knock them down to where they're actually having stars spin around their head. Then you can just cut their head off and let them die. But you just have to learn that as you go. Now, number 4, I know the dialogue is supposed to be mature, but there's some times where the words that they use are just plain corny. Like, this is actually a Japanese game, so even in the cinemas you can tell, because the lip syncing is off just a little bit because they're putting English dub over them. But some of the words they choose, like say Juliet will be like a nice word would say, you put bitch in her mouth, but she'll say something like doo-doo head or something, where it's like it takes you out of it. a little bit. Like, ugh, y'all could have chose a better word for her to say, like something more dramatic instead of saying like dookie head or poo poo brains or something like that. You get what I'm saying. But you know, it happens. It doesn't happen all the time. But sometimes it's just be like, ooh, they could have picked a better word for that. Now, number five, of course, there's just pretty much no multiplayer, just leaderboards. That's just pretty much it. If you're looking for a great multiplayer experience, like a good survival mode would have probably fit good in this game or something, it pretty much don't have it. Now, after all I said, what do I give Lollipop Chainsaw? I give it an A minus. I give it a solid A minus. I could not find anything wrong with this game. Like, I'm not saying the game is perfect. You may like it, you may not, but I could not find nothing wrong with this game because I mean, this game reminded me so much of like God of War 1. It has great action, it has great combos, it has like great boss fights. Like the boss fights feel so balanced. Like you get like 7 boss fights, and all of them are unique. All of them have their own personality. All of them have their own attacks. It doesn't feel repetitive. It feels like it feels just incredible. Like, also there was a balance issue with, you have like you can hold 3 lollipops on hard mode, right? You can hold 3 lollipops, and when your health runs low, you can also do you can replenish yourself with the lollipops. But there's this thing called a nick ticket. When I talked about the resurrection part, I should have included this in my negatives as well when I was talking about the balancing issues. That sometimes like you have like 9 nick tickets, and it's like a roulette where you have to press the button at the right time to select the angel nick so he can resurrect you. Sometimes, like, that's just pretty much it as far as like the issues with, I think, with the game as far as the balancing issues. Like, you don't have to play with the nick tickets. You can just use your lollipops and it can be harder. But this game really felt really fresh. I was thirsty for something different in this stale industry. You know me, I always try to support other games because I really want this industry to change. And when you put this game on hard, you do get your money's worth. You definitely do. I mean, aside from that resurrecting issue, I mean, of course it doesn't have a multiplayer, but there is a leaderboard if you like playing games to get the best high score. This game is for you. This game is near perfect. The only thing I hold against it was, the holding some items and special attacks and some of Julia's outfits locked until you play the story mode over again. But if you like anything like God of War, if you like any hack and slash game, I definitely recommend this game a lot, and it does get a solid A minus. Unfortunately, I gotta sell it because I might get Spec Ops: The Line. But anyway, once the price drops again, I mean, it's definitely worth $60. But you know me, I like to sell my game so I can get the next game. But it's definitely well worth it. So there you go. There you have it. There go my video game review of Lollipop Chainsaw. If you like what you saw today, please like the video. It really helps out a lot. And there go all my contact information. See you later. Thanks a lot.